The ASK Nairobi International Show is famous for bringing people together from all walks of life to the Jamhuri showgrounds. From farmers, students, local and international exhibitors, dignitaries from other countries, to our very own leaders. The exhibition has been held every year since 2002 and is reported to be the largest trade fair show in the East African region. Today, we take a tour of the trade fair to find out what this year's show is all about and the various innovations and activities lined up. We have animal judging, presentations from various organizations, and farmers such as this man who's commercializing rabbit urine in a unique way, as well as trade exhibitors who have brought the finest of their knowledge of technology to field. Welcome to the ASK Nairobi International Show. The first item on the agenda is the livestock judging. Livestock judging is an evaluation of an animal's characteristics and making a comparison to other animals and the ideal standard for a particular class. Today, the Ayrshire breed is being judged by not only local judges but international judges as well. We catch up with Walter Finelson in action as he assesses the cow breeds.
At this stage, it's very difficult to judge how they'll be because they're at a difficult stage. But I just think this cow has just so much more to her. Good in the rump here, good in the legs, lovely capacity here. The second cow and the third cow I looked at, to me the second one I pulled up second, it's just that bit more dairy, sharper in the shoulder, good, looks like she's going to have a good vessel, and she's nice quality. The third one, also a good cow, but a little heavier over the shoulder and a little bit more beefy than the second cow.
As the judges assessed, the spectators looked on, some of them being owners of the cow themselves and some guests from the neighboring countries. So what exactly are the judges looking for?
I think it's important to improve livestock quality. I think one looks in judging at the functionality of the cow. Obviously one cannot be certain what's going to happen to a heifer like the classes we've been judging, but you're looking at animals that are going to give you a good production, plenty of calves, longevity, and going to be able to graze and walk and feed. You're looking at dairy type, at sharpness, good flat bone, animals that look as if they're going to milk, animals that can walk, good ease of carving. You want the rump to be so that they can carve easily. And I think generally when one comes into the ring, you let the animals walk past you and you pick the best balanced animal, the animal that you think is going to be the cow of the future.
As the champions from the breed were crowned, presentations from various experts in the agriculture industry were still going on.
If you're a rabbit farmer, what do you do with the urine of your rabbits? Let's go meet George Kibanya, an enterprising farmer who's commercializing rabbit urine. Mr. Kibanya, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, you're a rabbit farmer.
Yes, I am.
Why did you decide to get into urine, commercializing urine?
All right. Having done rabbit farming for 10 years, I have contracted many farmers. Actually, about more than 1,500 farmers in East and Central Africa. And every time a farmer came to me to be contracted, one of the most important questions they were asking me was, do you buy urine? And I kept asking myself, why are they asking that question? And then came to discover that my farmers had gone to other people who are buying urine and they had not been paid, or the urine was not being taken after some time. So I decided to venture into researching on rabbit urine fertilizer. And I involved various institutions. I started with the CARO, or Kenya Agricultural Research Livestock Organization, where I took various samples. And then I asked myself, if this urine has to compete on the shelf with other products in this country, what will it be requiring to be competitive? I did the research, and I found that there are additives you can be able to add onto rabbit urine, still make the urine or make the fertilizer organic, have elements of biopesticide, it can kill pests at the same time, and have very nice ingredients, just like the other brands that are on the shelf of most agrovets. So what I did is that I took the urine, manufactured the fertilizer, and then again took the fertilizer for analysis, only to discover that I had now come up with a product that was competitive or even better than those that are on most shelves in agrovets. And finally, I got a product that I can be able to assist my farmers with buying urine. So 6 months ago, I started buying the urine. Most farmers would get the urine from their rabbits with the right acidity, because the right urine that can be used to make that fertilizer has to have a pH of 8. So if it has a lot of water, it won't be able to fit my purpose. And therefore I gave the conditions to my farmers. And luckily enough, they were able to achieve those conditions. So right now, I buy urine from my farmers. Almost 500 farmers now have joined my program. I make the fertilizer and sell the fertilizer to agrovets, just like other products, other foliar feed fertilizer from down the shelves on those agrovets. That's how the story came up.
But what advantage does rabbit urine have over every fertilizer in the market?
Rabbit urine, one, is easily, you can be able to get it easily. You have rabbits, so you'll be able to get the urine automatically, so long as your rabbits are taking water. And as you know, rabbits should take water every day, all the time. And therefore you can be able to get 300 ml or milliliters from your rabbits every day. Every adult rabbit can give you that. Now, apart from it being easily available, there is also the aspect of it does not destroy the soil because it is organic. What happens with most chemical fertilizers is that the deposits are left in the soil, making the soil, or rather destroying the soil. But the foliar feed fertilizer from rabbit urine does not do that. Okay? So that's another advantage. The other advantage is that you can be able to consume plants even after applying the fertilizer there and then. For most chemical fertilizers, they tell you to wait for 7 days, 14 days before you consume the fruits or that plant. With the rabbit urine fertilizer, you can be able to apply it now, and in an hour's time be able to harvest your tomatoes or your vegetable and be able to consume that vegetable. So those are the benefits of rabbit urine fertilizer as compared to the chemical fertilizers that are available in the market right now. Yes.
Okay. Rabbit urine has a high content of urea.
Yes.
Will that not harm the vegetables? Let's say if you're growing vegetables, will that not harm your vegetables if you're growing them, let's say, in an urban setup or even in a rural setup?
Yes, rabbit urine has a high percentage of urea, but you don't apply the urine directly to the plants. You have to dilute it. At least 4 parts of water to 1 part of the rabbit urine is enough fertilizer for every farmer to use on the farm at any time. However, as I said earlier, when you want to get a product that is competing effectively on the shelf with other brands that are known in this country, then you have to improve the rabbit urine fertilizer with other additives to increase the level of nitrogen, the level of potassium, the level of calcium, amongst other nutrients that are found in the fertilizer for the plants. So you don't use it directly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, how can farmers get in touch with you, and how much does the fertilizer cost?
Okay, we have various quantities of the fertilizer. We have 300 ml, which costs only 80 shillings, Kenya shillings. We have the 500 ml, which costs 280 shillings, Kenya shillings. And then we have 1 liter, which costs 700 Kenya shillings. The farmers can simply walk to their local agrovets and ask the agrovet to order from me for them to be accessing the fertilizer. For the agrovets that have not bought the products from our company, it is very much available. Anytime, right now we've started with Kiambu County, we've covered Kiambu County. We are now going to the adjoining counties before we go to the whole country, and so that every farmer can be able to access or to get the fertilizer.
What a cool idea for value addition of rabbits. We move on to our second presentation of the day with Francis Kiongo Njenga, who is intent on keeping the large white exclusive.
Usually we don't crossbreed because we want to keep this as our product continually like that.
And why is it important for you to only have pure saddlebacks?
Because it has so many other benefits in it during farming. Usually in pig farming, we have so many challenges. One of it being diseases. Unlike other types of pigs, Saddleback is resistant to diseases. It's like a kienyeji kuku, whereby other types may be affected and die, but you find yours has resisted and survives. That's why we persist and put on weight about Saddleback. Again, it can feed different types of feeds and go through to the market. Also, we have our own way of making our feeds in a pocket-friendly to farmers, especially those who are ours, using the materials they have in their farm. We use that, and then we train them, we teach them, we show them how to do it, and then you get to the market at the right time. Commonly, with normal feeds, there have been so many cartels. They buy feeds properly formulated, but when you go to buy, they have formulated it again, making it to be worse, not making it to be better, but to worsen it. So when going to the market, you have used a lot of money, and the pig is not yet at the point of taking to the market. That's where the challenge is. But when we use our own,
That is indeed true. Inbreeding can have dramatic effects on a swine that can even lead to genetic disorders.
Right now we're at the Chinese exhibition booth where many innovative things are happening. Among them is a barrel cleaner, which has been brought to the country by Qfan from China.
We use reverse osmosis technology, and we let people know this technology is the most effective technology. Yeah, and we make the power consumption is very low. The machine is very small. A lot of people, even the students, they're curious about this technology. I will explain to them, tell them how it works. And we have the UV sterilizer. We kill all the bacteria. And they know, use by this way, you can make the water clean. Okay, we have to drink clean water. for their health. And we can provide opportunities for some people who want to have their own water business. They can start some business. And I would like to support some schools. A lot of schools, they have a lot of children and a lot of kids. The kids, they are the future of the country. But a lot of schools, they don't have clean water. Some people suffer from the water. So we would like to help them. We don't want to make money to the schools. We would like to provide them the machine with cost price. Yeah, and we would like to support and serve to the service also for the farm. Yeah, we received a lot of farm today and yesterday. They are asking about the water purifier, because for them it's also difficult. They are from the remote areas. They don't have clean water, but they have a lot of source water. They have well, they have borehole, they have river, even they have river. But we can treat the water. We can make it for good for their family, for their sheep, for their cattle.
I've tested the water. One is turbid, the other one is fresh. But initially the source of the water is said to be from the saline one. And then the distillation process goes on, and then the water later on becomes normal. In a place like, for example, Elwak, the water is just so hard from borehole or even from hand-dug wells, and it cannot be even consumed. But if such equipments are available, the water becomes safe, the turbidity is reduced, it becomes wonderful.
When we come back from the break, find out what His Excellency Nairobi Governor Mike Mbuvi had to say on the state of agriculture in the Nairobi County.